Hello, Brain Masters!
Welcome to the Brain Masters podcast.
Today we will talk about energy.
Energy?
Yes.
All right, we got a secret for you.
The Brain Masters. We are actually energy masters.
That's right. It's all about energy. Brain Masters wouldn't exist without energy.
So energy is one of the key components for our life.
So you might be wondering, I've heard about energy from things like martial arts, Tai Chi, the movies, the Star Wars movies talk about the Force. The Matrix talks about consciousness. These are all kind of energy things.
Or the community center which teaches Tai Chi classes.
Maybe there's a Tai Chi instructor who talks about energy every time.
And also prana, the yoga thing.
So prana, yoga, they talk about it.
And chakras.
Chakras.
Yeah, actually, energy is very close into our life.
So if you're like a lot of people, especially in the West, you might be thinking, yeah, but is energy real?
But people like me who brought up in the Asia and then East, then we learned a lot about the energy. And actually energy is in our language.
So tell me, from the Eastern perspective growing up, how does energy fit into your life?
Actually, in common words, we have energy incorporated into our everyday language.
So what kind of words include some sense of energy or mention of energy?
So for example, in Korean, energy is ki.
Energy is ki, right. And in Chinese, isn't it chi?
Chi, right? And then the ki can be ki. And then chi can be chi or qi. In Korea, when I say I feel great.
Okay, so Korean for I feel great.
I feel great is the 기분이 좋다.
기분이 좋다.
Great.
Great.
Very good. So it can be literally translated roughly as my energy division is harmonious.
My energy division is harmonious. So
my energy is spread very harmonious in my body.
Like it's balanced.
Balanced.
So normal people, they don't have to be martial artists or do Tai Chi, but they say that.
They say the grandmother says that, my uncle says that, my niece says that, everybody says.
Whoa, so everybody is talking about energy whether they think about it or not.
Right, and then also let's say that in the dark night. So you come home, and then you open the door, and then suddenly you feel that the atmosphere is a little bit chilly and a little bit not comfortable.
So we'd say it's like really spooky or creepy.
Right. Yeah. Or sometimes you feel great, welcoming, then you come home, right? The atmosphere. We say 분위기.
분위기?
Yeah, there is this also energy. So you cannot express the feeling very well except using the energy.
Wow. So
it is really immersed into our life, daily life. So we cannot think about life without energy in East culture.
Right. But in the West, we're more familiar with energy as the kind of physics, science concept.
Utility.
Or the utility company. So in the West, these days we hear a lot about energy in terms of quantum physics.
Quantum physics, yeah.
So quantum physics is saying that everything is made up of energy. And the really interesting thing, it's not even quantum physics that talks about everything has been energy from a long time, they've been saying that. But quantum physics says that the mind affects the energy.
Mind affects the energy.
So that consciousness somehow affects it. So this is really, really far out, like amazing stuff that quantum physics is now saying.
Oh my God. It reminds me of Dr. Strange.
Dr. Strange, right. So that's the thing. In the Western world, we've got a lot of movies that are talking about how superheroes use energy or they can use their consciousness and travel.
Yeah, like the Yoda thing.
Like Yoda.
Right? Yeah, Star Wars.
Right.
So it is really like clear in my mind. When I was little, I was watching the TV and I forgot everything, but I clearly remember the Yoda. The ear was like this and then the eye was like this and then the one hand like doing this and like vibration and then the whole spaceship was lifting.
Right.
So it was like so shocking to me.
So you think about it, why are we so attracted? Why are so many people so attracted to that idea that we have senses and that we are connected through this thing that we call energy?
Senses. So there is something that we can feel. Maybe we cannot articulate it enough, not yet, but there is something that we can feel.
What we want to share today especially is that energy is real.
Is energy real?
Energy is real.
Energy is real.
We're going to explain a little bit more about why you should feel really confident to say that energy is real.
Why is that?
There's actually so many reasons. First, I want to say, some of you, if you check right now, you can feel a sense of energy.
Sense of energy.
Maybe if you practice meditation, Tai Chi, or yoga, you're familiar with this meditation where you feel energy between your hands.
Between your hands. Okay.
So we both teach yoga, Tai Chi, meditation. We can feel the energy very naturally.
So actually, when we first feel energy, then it is really mystical. And then I still remember the first time I felt energy.
You remember the first time,
yes.
yeah?
Yeah, I was instructed to close my eyes and then focus on my hands after the physical training.
Right.
And then I was sat down and then put my hands together and then doing this. And I was clearly thought that somebody else was putting something in between my hands.
Yeah, it feels really like something is there.
Right, some like balloon was here. So I was opening my eyes and to check. But nobody was there.
But you could really feel it.
Really feel it.
So a lot of people can catch that feeling, especially after some exercise.
Right.
And the reason why exercise is important is because if we're in our heads, it's really hard to feel the energy.
When we just sit down without physical training, then lots of thinking. It is hard to focus on my hands.
Really hard to focus on the hands. So you catch that feeling, and in the beginning, a lot of people at first, they say, oh, I think that was just a trick of my mind.
Right.
Now some people, I've seen some people right away from the beginning,
Yes.
they feel the energy,
Right.
and they see, whoa, like my thinking has changed, my physical body feels different, something real
Right.
has changed. And other people say, well, I feel something with my hands, but I'm not sure if it's real.
But generally, I saw that when they feel something, then especially you have something to feel about, so they have less thinking and also become more calm and peaceful.
So for some people, that experience is enough to say that energy is real.
Yes.
But there are other people who need a little bit more evidence and a little bit more experience to believe that they have a sense of energy or that we actually are made of energy. If you want to talk about it, science says that.
Yeah, what does science say about it?
So science says that what? Everything is made up of energy.
Because this is real, the material thing. This is real.
It's real.
What else is real?
They say that all the molecules, 99% or something of the molecules is empty space.
Empty space.
Yeah, you
but
may-
how can you say empty? This is really tangible.
It's obviously physical, right?
Right.
But at the same time, any physicist will tell you, yeah, but that is made up of molecules and they're made up of a lot of empty space.
Ah.
And of course, there's the electrical bonds between molecules and electrons and everything going on. But there's a lot of empty space. So the idea is, yeah, everything's made up of energy.
So the essence is energy.
Everything's made up of energy. And then quantum physics says that our consciousness affects energy.
Actually, in the East Asia, we say that too. Mind creates energy, energy creates mind.
Right.
So they are all connected.
So it's connected. So intellectually, we can agree, yeah, our consciousness is connected to everything because it affects energy.
Yeah, and also why do we need to know energy? Because it really affects our health.
Right. So now this is why you can start to see that it's good to practice feeling energy. So maybe you've heard of the placebo effect.
Placebo effect.
What is the placebo effect?
So when you get like a sugar, not the medicine, but it affects my body as if it is the real medicine.
So a while back, if people said, oh, it's just a placebo, it would mean it's fake.
Yes.
And so the placebo was a fake.
Right.
But these days, they found more and more this effect that actually real changes happen just when you believe that it will happen.
Oh, so that means your mind really affects the energy.
Right. So a lot of people are studying about this placebo effect. How come just by believing it, real changes, like people feel better, their symptoms are less, sometimes they even heal.
Yeah, so for example, like big percentage of the modern illness is a stress-based illness.
Right.
So they don't have physically broken or something, but they have headache or they have some heart problem because of the mind, the stress.
So if our mind can create stress, our mind can also heal stress.
Ah, so that is why we need to practice energy.
Because energy is the connection between the physical world and the mind world.
Connection between physical world and mind world.
between the visible and the invisible.
Aha.
So you agree, everybody agrees there's the mind.
Right.
But a lot of people disagree about what it is.
Yes, what it is.
They think, oh, it's all an illusion.
Uh-huh.
Consciousness is not real.
Right.
Or consciousness is just a function of the brain.
Or they're the domain of people like ooh.
Or it's woo, all that crazy wishy-washy stuff. But if you look at the connection, the mind affects the body, body affects the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that, then there's got to be something connecting those two.
Right. And that is energy.
That's energy. That's why we study it.
Right.
That's why we practice making it balanced.
Yes. And then in the Indian culture, they have the chakra, the 7 chakras. Yeah. So they work on their body, and then in their body, the chakra is not only about the physical thing. It is connected with our emotions, and it is about mind and spiritual things. So everything is connected through energy.
So when you understand energy, when you take ownership of energy, it means that you can actually start to manage your mind and body more effectively.
Right.
So let's say that we don't believe in energy.
Yes.
We don't believe in energy.
I don't believe in energy.
Then when something happens, let's say that your body gets sick or you get so stressed out that you start to have physical illness.
Right.
What are your options?
Medicine.
You can take medicine.
Go to the doctor.
You try to take maybe anti-anxiety,
Right.
anti-depression
Yes.
medicine.
Right.
Or you have to quit your job because it's too stressful.
Yes.
So actually, or you just grin and bear it and you try to overcome.
Yeah. Let's do it.
But you have no energy. There's no energy work here.
Right.
So you have to try to think differently, constantly studying about a different way of thinking, or taking the medicine, going to physical therapy. But your body is just like a machine. So actually, sometimes you don't know what's going on in there.
Actually, in most cases, that creates more problems.
And it creates a lot of fear.
Right. Then, if you know the energy and if you practice energy, then what would you act differently?
So with a sense of energy, let's say that your body has some problem. Then with a sense of energy, you know, by paying attention, I can actually increase the energy and circulation in my body and enhance my natural healing power, my natural immunity, my vitality, whatever you want to call it. My body has a natural way to take care of itself.
Yes, one of the fundamental energy principle of health is water up, fire down.
That's right. So cool head, warm belly.
Yes.
Or as we say, danjan.
Right. Danjan, what is danjan?
So danjan is the second chakra. It's the core energy
Yes.
of the body, and it should be warm.
Right. In China, they call it dantian, and in Korea, they call danjan. So that is the energy center of our body. And then it is the similar location as the second chakra.
That's right. So lower abdomen. And you know that when you're young, our body, the lower abdomen tends to be a little bit healthier and stronger. You know, as you get older, what happens to the gut? As you get older, typically the gut gets weaker. It starts to accumulate a lot of stagnant energy.
Bigger and bigger.
We could say you gain weight.
Yes.
These days people talk a lot about what the intestines are holding on to. As we get older, we can see that area becomes kind of lethargic.
Right.
Not as strong as and healthy.
Yes.
And our overall vitality breaks down. So really simply, when you're young, the core of your body should be fiery and strong and lots of good circulation.
Right. Speaking of which, when you see a baby breathing, then you can see that the lower abdomen goes up and down.
Right.
They breathe through their lower abdomen.
That's why we say breathing is such a powerful practice for your vitality and your energy.
As we grow up, then we breathe through our chest.
And then as someone gets older and older, let's say they're very weak, close to the end of their life,
Right.
they breathe just with the neck.
Right.
So breathing becomes shallower.
Right.
And we say that breathing, the depth of breathing is directly related with the strength of energy.
Yes. So the lower part you breathe, then the healthier you can become.
If you utilize the concept of energy, then it gives you access to a lot more proactive techniques to improve your life.
Like what?
Like you can manage your stress better by moving your body.
Moving my body.
Now, you don't believe in energy, you can still get some benefit. You go to the gym, you feel better. You do some psychology, you feel better. That's all true. But when you use energy, you connect everything together.
So we do the training of energy dance.
Energy dance.
It is called Danmu. And when you do Danmu energy dance, then you can feel that your body is really connected to energy, and then you go deep into the dynamic meditation.
Right.
So you almost forget about the boundary between my flesh, my physical body, and then the energy body. So you really immerse yourself into the flow of energy. Then that's when you feel great peace and the calmness, and you release lots of stress.
So actually, studies have shown that when people are in a deep meditative state, first of all, their brain waves have changed.
Oh.
Their brain waves go into what is similar to kind of a sleep, deep, restful state.
Oh.
And we know that sleep is important, right?
It's very important.
Sleep is important for our mind and physical health.
Right.
So it's kind of like that when you go into deep meditation, except there's still awareness.
And there are people who cannot sleep, lots of sleep disorder.
So the other thing is when you get into meditation, it can stimulate a healing response in your body.
Aha.
A recuperation. So we know about the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, the stress response. So when your body is in a stress response for a long period of time, is that good for your health or not?
No.
So by doing meditation, you can actually tell the nervous system it's okay to relax.
So not in the fight or flight situation.
And this is, so many people need that. If your digestion is consistently not good, often it can be related to stress.
And then people say that it is fight or flight or rest and digest, and also rest and digest and bond.
Rest and digest and bond.
When they relax more, then they have much better and deeper relationship with other people.
So you can explain all of these phenomena in terms of chemistry, in terms of biochemistry, in terms of physics.
Right.
But if you really want a simple way to understand how to work with it, energy is the easiest way.
Yes, so this energy practice is like energy meditation,
Energy meditation,
energy breathing,
energy martial arts.
also the Tai Chi,
Yep.
and Qigong, and all those things are energy practice. And also yoga too.
And yoga too.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to speak in a certain way to believe in energy. You don't have to wear a certain kind of clothing. You don't have to live in a certain place or believe a certain religion or anything. Everybody can utilize a sense of energy.
So I don't have to wear the chakra necklace or earrings?
No, you don't even have to wear the color red.
Nice.
It's okay. You can be working a normal job. You can have all kinds of interests. You can do all kinds of great stuff.
And then still you can become energy master.
You can still be an energy master. That's
and
right.
the brain masters. Right?
That's right. But you need to understand that mind and body are connected, and there's nothing strange about that.
Then I have a question. What is the benefit of knowing energy that connects the bond between mind and body?
So I think one of the biggest things is dealing with the mind. We know that the mind is invisible, right? And these days, in a modern culture, we're able to take care of our physical body better than ever.
Right.
We have more food, we have shelter, we're generally safer. But what about the mind? How is the health of our mind? Actually, stress-related problems are increasing so much these days compared to previous generations.
Before, we had to worry about the predators.
Long time ago, yeah. Is that saber-toothed tiger going to come and kill you at night? That's a big concern.
And also you had to worry about finding food.
Finding food. So even a couple generations ago...
Hunter-gatherers. But these days, they are not the great source of stress.
Yeah, for some people, but for most of us, if you're watching this video, then you have access to technology, we have a lot of resources, but our minds get a lot of stress, and that's really tricky. What can you do when your mind has a problem?
Yes. So more than the predators these days, what is our stressors? Like, how about the traffic tickets?
Traffic tickets.
Yeah, and how about the stress from the job?
Job, bad news.
And relationships.
Relationships.
Lots of things.
Desire.
Right.
All kinds of things.
And what makes it worse? Because before the predators or food, when you get out of the danger of the predator, then you can relax.
Right.
But how about the stress these days? We think about it over and over and over and over again.
And if you're stuck in that kind of stress response, it can feel really, really difficult to get out of it.
Practicing energy can be really helpful about this.
So when you understand energy, it's like having something to hold on to deal with your mental condition.
I like it. So like a mental anchor?
Like a mental anchor.
Oh, this is great.
So I used to feel that way when I would get stressed out, when I would get anxious or depressed. I'd feel really like there's nothing to do about it. I have no way to change it. I just have to find something external to make me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very difficult situation to be in. It's kind of hopeless.
Yes.
And over the long period of time, usually it gets worse and worse.
Then how did you get over it?
So for me personally, finding an energy practice helped me feel like I can do something about it.
Energy practice.
Yeah, because then I know that if I do Tai Chi, if I do meditation, I will feel better. So at first it's because, this thing made me feel better.
So interesting. So the Tai Chi and yoga, which like seemingly does not have anything to do with your life purpose or the feeling better about your life, but actually it helped your mind.
Right. So at first it was just a sense of, this feels better. My mind feels lighter, I feel clearer. But then over time I saw that it's because I'm actually in touch with it.
I see.
I'm able to kind of get a hold of it and see, why I think like that, I can focus on this. But until you get that energy, it can be really hard to move your mind. In fact, it can seem like your mind is totally out of control.
So that's the benefit of practicing energy.
So practicing energy is really important if you want to be a brain master for your mind.
So today's brain master secret, what is that? Energy is real. We can make our life better with energy.
That's right. So whether or not you have a lot of experience practicing with energy, whether you feel it easily, the point is you should really consider how it can help you.
Yes, so practice energy and then become the master of your brain and the master of your life.
So let us know in the comment section below what your experience and understanding of energy is like.
And please don't forget to like this video and then subscribe to our channel.
That's right. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.